At this time, I call the meeting to order. If you would all please rise, I'm going to ask Commissioner Weisenbaker to lead us in the invocation and the pledge.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for another beautiful day, Lord. We just thank you for the many blessings that you've bestowed upon us throughout our life. And we know that you bless us in ways we don't even realize. And we ask, Lord, that you continue to bless us by showing your favor on everyone with good health and happiness. Be with us here tonight. Guide us, guard us, direct us. In Christ's name, amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I believe tonight that we might have some group of young folks here from Leadership Lounge. If you would, please stand and be recognized. Good, welcome. Appreciate y'all coming. I hope y'all are having a good time and learning a lot through the youth leadership this year. Good, thank y'all. Commissioners, inside your packet, you'll find your minutes from, let me see, make sure I get this right, from Monday, March the 25th of your work session and the regular meeting of March the 26th. If there's no additions or deletions to those minutes, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
I move we approve, Mr. Chairman.
We have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the minutes are approved. Agenda item 5A is the Lowndes County Division of Family and Children Services Board appointment. Mr. Brick.
Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, the term of Ms. Elsie Napier has expired. As stated yesterday, Ms. Napier was filling or has filled the unexpired term to which she was appointed. She has now expressed interest in being reappointed should you so choose.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Pritchard? Okay, I'll now open it up for nominations, and at this time I would like to put the name in the nomination for Ms. Elsie Napier to be reappointed. Are there any other appointments, any other recommendations, nominations? Okay, hearing none, then Ms. Napier will be reappointed by acclamation. Agenda item 6A is our public hearing item. This is REZ 2019-05, JSMI LLC. It's located at 4555 Old US Highway 41 North. The request is from R1 to OI. It has county water and sewer, and it involves 9.2 acres. Ms. Stevenson?
Thank you, sir. This is a request to rezone approximately 9.2 acres from RI to R1 to OI, which is office institutional, in order for the property owner to establish a professional office space to include physicians' offices and a surgery procedure center. The property is off of Old Highway 41 North, which is scheduled to be widened within the next 3 years. The TRC considered the request and had no objectionable comments. The Planning Commission heard the request at their March meeting and recommended for approval of the request, and staff finds the request consistent with the comprehensive plan.
Okay. Any questions for Ms. Stevenson? Okay. At this time, we'll open up the public hearing portion of the meeting. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak in opposition to this request? Anyone that would like to speak in opposition to the request? Hearing none, is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak in favor of this request? Please come forward and state your name and address for the record, please.
Commissioners, my name is Tommy Bussey. I am the practice manager for JS Medical Diagnostics, LLC. We are the ones who want to have the land rezoned in order to build an office complex and a small surgery center. We're currently located at 3790 old US Highway 41 North Suites B and C, and we've outgrown that property, and it is landlocked. There's no other place to build. And that's the reason for our purpose in seeking this rezoning.
Any questions for Mr. Buzzy?
No, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anyone else who would like to speak in favor of this request? Okay, hearing none, I'll close the public participation portion of the meeting, and I'll turn it over to the commissioners for your consideration.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we follow the Planning Commission's unanimous recommendation, and my motion is that we approve the request as presented.
Do we have a motion to follow the Planning Commission's recommendation and approve the request? Do we have a second? Second. We have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion is approved. Agenda item 7A is a beer license for Hardik Patel of DHWEA number 1 Incorporated. This is doing business as Bigfoot Travel Center, number 926, located at 7212 Lakes Boulevard in Lake Park. Ms. Black?
Yes, sir. Again, this is for the Bigfoot Travel Center. It is for beer for consumption off-premise and is due to a change in ownership.
Any questions for Ms. Black? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
I move that we approve the beer license.
We have a motion to approve the beer license. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Agenda item 7B is a beer and wine license for Kamlesh C. Patel of Kasumble 5139 LLC, doing business as Misha Food Mart. It is located at 5139 Madison Highway in Valdosta. Ms. Black?
Yes, sir. This request is also due to a change of ownership. It is for beer and wine for consumption off-premise.
Okay. Any questions for Ms. Black? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
I move that we approve the beer and wine license.
Do we have a motion to approve the beer and wine license? Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Agenda item 8A is a bid for the purchase of structural firefighting gear. Ms. Black?
Yes, sir. Lowndes County recently requested pricing for structural firefighting gear from several vendors through NPP Gov. Vendors were provided with a detailed list of specifications. Staff received pricing from one vendor who met those specifications. The quoted price is for 12 sets, which include turnout coats and pants. The pricing received was from 10-8 Fire Equipment in Forsyth, Georgia, for $37,948.80.
Commissioners, any questions for Ms. Black? Okay. Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve the purchase from 10-8 Fire Equipment in the amount of $37,948.80.
Okay, we have the motion to approve the purchase of the structural firefighting gear. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Agenda item 8B is the Boring Pond Lane improvements. Mr. Fletcher?
Yes, sir. County Engineering Department has solicited bids for the paving of Boring Pond Lane, which includes clearing, grading, drainage, base, and paving. We received 2 bids. This will be funded with T-SPLOS money. This will be our first unconstrained project. Recommendation that we go with the low bid of Reams and Son Construction.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Fletcher? Okay. Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve the low bid by Reams and Son Construction of the improvements to Boring Pond Lane
Do we have a
And the
motion
amount-
then to,
in the amount of $480,457.96.
We have a motion then to approve the Boring Pond Lane improvements, award the bid to Reams and Son Construction for the total of $480,457.96. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Agenda item 8C is the 2019 resurfacing of 5 county roads. Mr. Fletcher?
Yes, sir. As part of the LMIG grant, Lowndes County has received $1,148,850.96 from the Georgia Department of Transportation for resurfacing. We received bids. I had 2 bids. Recommend that we use Reams and Son Construction as the low bid.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Fletcher? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
I move we approve the bid from Reams and Son Construction, $1,348,280.47.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the bid from Reams and Son Construction of Valdosta, Georgia for the total of $1,348,280.47. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Agenda item 8D is the 2019 restriping of 4 county roads. Mr. Fletcher?
Yes, sir. The county received $44,400 from the Georgia Department of Transportation for restriping. We have solicited bids as well and recommend that we go with the low bid of peak pavement markings.
Okay, any questions from Mr. Fletcher? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to award the bid to Peak Pavement Markings in the amount of $50,664.88.
Okay, we have a motion to award the bid to Peak Pavement Marking LLC for the total of $50,664.88. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Agenda item 9, County Manager Report. Mr. Pritchard.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, I'd like to make you aware that the Public Works crew began working on the boat landing in Naylor yesterday. That's it.
Thank you, sir. We have been waiting on that one, so that's good. Okay, any citizens wishing to be heard? None. All right, ladies and gentlemen, commissioners, I have made it through the first meeting with the paperless agenda. I had to kind of struggle through it a little bit, but I made it. I hope you have as well.
You did good.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry?
I would like to be heard.
You have to fill out a form before. If you will, just hang on just a minute, and we'll be glad to hear you as soon as our meeting's over with. I'll be glad to listen to what you have to say. Any other business?
No, sir. Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
I would hope that we would be, possibly under construction maybe within a year. It's going to take us that long to survey it and get right away, get engineering plans done, because we'll have to acquire right away on this. So I would hope that we would be ready to go in a year.
Okay, thanks.
Any other questions? Okay, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
I move that we accept the proposal from LEA.
Okay, we have a motion to accept the proposal from LEA. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Agenda item 6B is the Advanced Disposal Services Residential Solid Waste Franchise. Mr. Pritchard. Mr. Beals?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, as we stated yesterday, Advanced Disposal's existing franchise for residential solid waste services is set to expire March 31st, 2019. They have provided us with their intent and desire to renew for this upcoming year. We have received all of their application, franchise fees, and proof of performance bond and insurance verification. It is ready for y'all's consideration.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Fields? Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the proposed renewed franchise for residential solid waste collection services for advanced disposal, Middle Georgia LLC, and authorize Chairman Slaughter to sign on behalf of the county.
Okay, we have a motion then to approve the proposed renewed franchise for residential solid waste collection services for advanced disposal services of Middle Georgia LLC and authorize the chairman to execute it on behalf of the county. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second from Mr. Ornstein. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, motion carries. Mr. Fields, I believe you also have agenda item 6C.
I do, sir, which covers the same topic. Deep South Sanitation also, their franchise is set to expire on March 31st, 2019. They have provided us with all the necessary documentations and their intent and desire to renew their franchise for the upcoming year.
Any questions for Mr. Fields? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the proposed renewed franchise for residential solid waste collection services for Deep South Sanitation LLC, and authorize yourself to sign and execute on behalf of the county.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the proposed renewed franchise for residential solid waste collection services for Deep South Sanitation LLC and authorize the chairman to execute it on behalf of the county. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. County Manager's report, Mr. Pritchard. Thank you, sir. Any citizens wishing to be heard? Thank you very much. At this time, I believe we've got a group here with us from Youth Leadership. Would y'all please stand and be recognized? All right. Y'all having a good time with it, learning a lot? Good. Glad to have y'all with us. So thank you very much for coming out this evening. Commissioners, any other business?
Motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.